child, thank y'all for picking up my call. The Swifties are mad, to say the least. I'm all here for people getting their 10s when 10s are due, but Beyonce got her 10s, and she should be number one. And I'm not saying that Taylor Swift isn't talented at all. Taylor Swift deserves to, Taylor Swift deserves where she is in this community, you know? Is there some type of racial bias? I mean, well, can we talk about it? Well, let's have a conversation about it, because this is Woo Chow. Woo child, let's hop right into this call. Okay, so if you did not know, Beyonce has been ranked number one by Billboard as the number one best pop star of the 21st century. Greatest pop star of the 21st century, okay? Now, then, complete list, the top 10, I believe, is Beyonce, Taylor Swift, Rihanna's number 3, Drake's number 4, Lady Gaga's number 5, Britney Spears number 6, Kanye's number 7, Justin Bieber's number 8, Ariana Grande's number 9, and Adele's number 10. Now, to me, this list seems fair. I think it seems very, very fair. And I think that some people are confused on why, Drake is on here or why Kanye is on here. I mean, these are pop stars. Let's be honest here. I mean, pop music is literally popular music. These men have made popular music as far as their discography, but on top of their personas and or the type of artistry that they have, it's pop. Like it's for everybody. It's for the masses. It's pop music, right? But one thing that disgusted me, and I thought we put this behind us. I did. I really thought that the Swifties and the Beehive were kind of past this animosity, as you can so say. This animosity or this pissing contest. Or maybe this cunty contest. Beyonce has always been the cuntiest girl. And I'm going to have to break it down like this because, to be quite honest, I'm honestly sick of the Beyonce-Taylor Swift comparisons in the first place because that woman has no reason to be compared to Beyonce. Can we talk about it? When Taylor went to Beyonce's movie premiere, Beyonce went to Taylor's movie premiere, it seemed like things were cool. And even though I know that was for press purposes, but to be honest, it also could have been a PR thing. Just being honest, it could have been a contract thing from AMC. AMC could have been like, okay, hey ladies, love y'all, for an extra check. Because they both had the AMC deal. I wouldn't be surprised if AMC was like, hey, I'm gonna need y'all to go to each other's premieres as well. I'm gonna put extra in the check. We'll put extra in the check. And I'm not saying that Beyonce and Taylor don't actually mess with each other in real life, but like, if I had to be completely honest, it's this pairing or this comparison, I should say, is only here because Taylor is the only white woman that is really taking it. And not only white woman taking it, but the only musician in modern day media that is making history. And that's one thing we can't take away from Taylor Swift. But like, there's some itchiness in there with that history making situation. And I think that's where the Beehive and the Swifties, like the original beef really came from, because it kind of gives like, why is this woman that is, in some words mediocre, in some words mediocre compared to what we know, right? We've grown up with Beyonce, right? I mean, mind you, Taylor Swift has been making music and has been trying to break through since 2006. So Taylor Swift has been making music pretty long as well, but not as long as Beyonce, because we grew up with Beyonce back in the 90s, okay? And a girl group, as we know, Destiny's Child. And because of that, there's a loyalty that's there, but it's also, we've seen this girl get it from the ground up. Now, may I mind you, Beyonce has never been shy to say, yeah, bitch, my parents had it. We all right. I grew up in a nice household. I was all right. I ain't have to be, in the trap working. I wasn't that girl, okay? I was very taken care of. I had a nice childhood. However, okay, Beyonce had to work at it. And of course, being a black woman in this industry ain't gonna just be handed over to you to be this greatest girl at all. You know that. And that brings up a lot of this conversation as well, okay? I don't understand how Beyonce and Taylor are in the same conversation, because in my mind, Beyonce has no peers. I think Beyonce's peers are past. Prince, Michael, Tina Turner. You know what I mean? I mean, Janet Jackson is still with us. If we can call Janet Jackson a peer of Beyonce, a peer. Can I say peer? Hello? And I mean that by this, because Janet's clearly mother. Janet is mother. Janet is like the pinnacle to me of entertainment, okay? So like, I would love to see a conversation of like Madonna and Beyonce, or like Janet and Beyonce, because that's where Beyonce sits. That's where Beyonce, you know, that's her company. Greatest, like the greatest have ever done it, that broke records, that made history. Taylor Swift has done this, but like, oh, I hate to say it like this so boldly, but I guess that's just what it is, but it's because she's white. It is. It really, truly is, because the racism that came from the Swifties towards Beyonce. I'm not going to play any videos. I'm not going to recap anything, because I'm not going to spread any of that negativity, because what? We're not doing that here. American Requiem! I am disgusted by all the injustice, okay, in the words of Janet Jackson and Michael Jackson, but literally I'm disgusted by the fact that Swifties, and not all, because there were some Swifties out there that had sense, that was like, you know what, I love my girl Taylor, but like, you know, Beyonce is Beyonce. You know what I mean? But the racism and the hatred that came to Beyonce was actually so sad to see, because it's like, how are you this mad at this black woman for getting number one? Rightfully deserved though, right? But what is it? Why do you have to attack her family, her husband, her Destiny's Child members that are also her sisters, because she's getting a number one placement? And honestly, if I have to be completely honest, no shade. Beyonce gets this type of hate online that is so unwarranted. Now, man, mind you, let me take you back. I like taking people back. I give people history lessons, okay? Because I had the luxury experience of not only growing up on the internet, but also growing up when traditional media was still the only media we had. So I was around with the Ebony, Jet magazines. I grew up getting my media and my gossip from magazines, okay? I know. But because of that, right, I remember vividly. I remember this vividly. Beyonce has always gotten hate. And I'm not saying that she's this angel. Like, in my eyes, of course she's an angel, because like, that's my girl. But like, I know, you know, you can have your own opinion of Beyonce. Like, it is what it is. But I remember back then, it was the same thing. Why is she here? Why is she working with Prince? Why she got Luther Vandross on her debut album? She'll never outsell Ashanti. Oh, yes! There was a time. Beyonce could never be the Ashanti girl. She'll never be the next Ashanti, honey. I remember when she was trying to go solo from Destiny's Child, because you know, if you did not know, Beyonce tried to go solo twice. Okay? The very first time was actually, how you doing, hunter, baby? I don't want to ask for much, but yeah, that was supposed to be the launch off from the movie Austin Powers, and then her solo album, because Kelly Rowland was already hitting the road, okay? Kelly Rowland said, I got things to do, girl, okay? And Beyonce was supposed to go out there, but I remember when Beyonce tried to reach out and like do her own thing, she nothing without that girl group. She needs to be back behind the girl group. I don't know why she tried to do it. And I'm like, why are people hating on Beyonce so bad? Even back then, people did not want to see her be great, or thought she didn't deserve to be great, or had some type of animosity or jealousy, that's what we really know, okay, towards this woman. We're in 2024 now, and now against a white woman, okay? Yeah, I'm gonna have to say it like that, because that's the tea. There's still this mummer, or almost second guess of, she's too great now. And why does she think she's all that? And why do y'all think she's all that? I think she's overrated. Really? Ooh, child. This white woman can get on stage and say, we are never, ever, ever, ever getting back together. You talk to my friends talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Stomping around the stage. And y'all made that the highest grossing female tour. May I mind you, the Eras tour will come out to be probably the highest grossing tour of all time, because it'll probably be like $1 billion, because she's been on tour for 3 years, I feel like. The Eras tour has been erroring. She better not do nan other tour after this for a minute. Because baby, that tour has been going on for at least 3 years in my mind. I could be wrong. I could be over-exaggerating. But I feel like Taylor has been on the road for a long time. And you know what? That's one thing I will say about Taylor Swift, because I'm not a hateful girl. Taylor Swift is a good songwriter. I know some beehive are going to hate me for saying that, but like, Taylor Swift is actually a really good songwriter. Now, an artist, that's for your discretion. You know what I mean? That's your taste. That's your ear. I'm not going to sit up here and say yes or no to that, because that's to each his own. But as far as a songwriter, a musical girl, Taylor Swift got it. Taylor Swift can write, girl. Taylor Swift could make a hit. No shade, even if it wasn't for her. We've seen her do it. She can give somebody else a hit, okay? Taylor Swift is not talented. I don't understand. Now, Beehive, we do got to chill out on that. Because Taylor Swift, no shade. And I would say mediocre compared to Beyonce. Because no shade. Compared to her other white counterparts, Taylor Swift got it. You know, she does what she can do for the community. Actually, I'm going to take that back. I'm taking that back. I'm retracting that because you got my girl Pink is flying across the stage. Na 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 na. Flying, flipping. So what? I'm still a rock star. I've got my rock moves and I don't need you. So guess what? Like she does that. You know what I mean? Like, and been doing that for 10 plus years. Pink, I know, is sick of flipping. I know Pink said, God damn it, I gotta flip one more time. Damn, these bitches don't want me to just sit down and sing. And man, mind you, singing that live. You know what I mean? So never mind. You know, Taylor Swift against even her counterparts. Maybe it's because of the connection of the poetry of it all. Like, because like I said, Baby Girl is a really good songwriter. She's a really good songwriter, and I can't take that away from her. So maybe that's what people are subscribing to. Maybe that's why people live for Taylor Swift, because they like her songwriting. They like the fact that, you know, if you break up with your boyfriend or something, or even family or like yourself or insecurity, she is good for that. Because I know some people that come to me like, why do you like Beyonce? And I'm like, really? It's an interesting question. But why does Beyonce get that hate? Why does Beyonce always get the hate? And unwarranted, by the way. I could see if Beyonce was out here like a bitch, because she could be. And who gonna stop her? We got some legendary faves out here that act a fool. And you see where they at. And you see what they categorized as. You know what I'm saying? Beyonce ain't never been out here acting no fool. Or acting like a bitch. Or acting like she don't want to be around nobody. Or acting like she too good. And the thing is this. Beyonce's always been unrelatable. I don't want to hear nobody saying in the back of it, Beyonce's unrelatable. She's always been unrelatable. That's the point. That's why she's Beyonce. She should not be relatable. Girl! She worked her ass off not to be relatable. When I was next to Beyonce, I felt poor. And not because she made me feel that way. Her energy, her aura, her spirit is not even just, and I'm not talking about monetary poor, by the way. I'm talking about, bitch, I have worked. I'm sickening. And you should feel like that, Miss B. You really should. The thing is this, as someone that has been around this woman as well, I ain't never seen somebody that's so successful, so powerful in this industry that can move mountains for people if she wanted to. Ooh, if y'all really knew. And being around someone so powerful, but yet so gentle and so nice and so human being-like. I guess I am a little biased as well, because I've seen this firsthand of someone that gets all this hate online and all this chatter and all this talk about her family, about her kids. I remember when the Renaissance movie came out, people tried to make a rumor about her child, her son. And this is why she doesn't share her life like that. And I'm one of the stands that are like, Beyonce, share more, you know, give us more, Beyonce. I would love to get a peek behind the curtain. But like, when you have been getting scrutinized your entire career, bro, y'all don't, and I think these new Beehive girlies, y'all don't know. If you've been a Beehive since Beachella, you don't know, okay? I have been defending my girl for years. I remember back in 2005, 6, 7, maybe like 07, Beyonce Experience days. I know this for sure. It was before I Am. I Am wasn't out yet. I remember I had to defend my girl in class because people were trying to say Beyonce breath stunk. And I was like, now when the you meet Beyonce for you to know her breath stank? I want to know. And that's back when they used to say Sierra was a man. This was that era, okay? So people just throwing shit out there. And I remember when people used to be like, Beyonce's breath was stink because she sing too much. What? Ooh, child. Man, this is the girl that do nothing to nobody. Nothing to nobody. That baby show up to work. She sing her songs. She twirl her wig. She goes home. B, you know what I'm saying, bitch? The girl, my girl goes to her job. She twirls her wig. She goes home. Like, every once in a while, my girl will go out and have a good time, have a good drink and so with some people, some friends and family. Other than that, I'm at home. Okay? Or she traveling with her man on somebody's boat, her boat, and gone and just with her family. She is just like I gotta go. And man, this is before the paparazzi. This is before Instagram. This is before bitches was posting. I'm on my yacht. Like Beyonce was like, girl, I'm doing that in like 2002. Like, stop playing. It is baffling to me to this day that this woman gets the #1 ranking and people have something to say. For the past 25 years, no one else, and correct me if I'm wrong, mind you, Taylor Swift got the numbers down. And I'm gonna be a real true bitch here and say, Beyonce's never been a big numbers girl. Because I don't think my bitch got a diamond record today, which is crazy. Quite homophobic if you ask me. And it sounds like a hate crime as well, because I swear I thought Crazy in Love was diamond. Taylor Swift has all the records, right? That baby is a numbers girl. Like, she sold 3 million in the first day. Bitch, okay? Multiples of the same album and make a lot of quadruple money. She's about to have the biggest tour of all time because she's been on tour for 3 years and it's a stadium tour. So like it makes sense metrically, like it makes sense why she should do that because Beyonce only did 50 shows. And I'm gonna tell you this right now, and I'm just gonna have to piggyback off of that. If Beyonce played the Taylor Swift game like she used to back in the day, like when she was I Am Sasha Fierce, when Beyonce did 118 or 20 shows or something, or 180 shows or some shit she did back in the day, if that bitch really still wanted to do that, and she didn't have no family at home, girl. She could just rehearse all day and night and fly everywhere she wanted to. Oh, Beyonce could do that if she wanted. She could play this game, Taylor Swift. But girl, she ain't got time for all that. She said, girl, I've done that. You go ahead and have this title. But if Beyonce really wanted that title of like best-selling concert of all time, I know she could do it. I know she could do it. Oh my God. I know Beyonce is not a numbers girl when it comes to albums and singles and all that. But when it comes to artistry, that's where Beyonce can't be seen at. I mean, from constantly re-innovating herself to constantly making historical moments in performance, like Beachella, you know what I mean? Like The Gift, okay? Like Renaissance, like Lemonade, like Beyonce self-titled, where she dropped the album out of nowhere and didn't change the landscape of dropping music till Friday. Then the bitch said, I'm gonna stop doing music videos actually, because you know what? Maybe because I started giving like, everybody needs to do a visual. Everybody start calling anything a visual because of me. So I'm gonna stop doing a visual. Now, don't nobody want to do music videos because Beyonce ain't changed the scape again. Beyonce ain't changed the landscape of focus on the music. Beyonce is literally the artist of our generation. Not even just the pop artist or a pop star. She is the artist of our generation. And when that woman passes away, it is going to be an open hole in this industry. Music won't be the same. When Michael Jackson passed away, music will not be the same. Thank God we have Beyonce. When Michael Jackson passed away, no shade. And there is no next Beyonce. It's none of that, because there's no next Michael. There may be people that can give what these people have given in the past, but there's no next, none of that. She deserved the #1 spot, for sure. And all the hate that she gets is because, well, you know you that bitch when you cause all this conversation. You know what I mean? I was going to bring up some TikToks about Beyonce versus Taylor Swift performances and all that stuff like that, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Because you know why? It's self-evident here that Beyonce is that girl. Taylor Swift is that girl as well. Don't get me wrong. She is one of the best pop stars that have ever done it. Because Taylor Swift, let me tell you about Taylor Swift, okay? Taylor Swift went from country to pop, and that transition was nice. You know what I mean? That transition was nice. Because I'll Go Back to December all the time as a bop. And then she came out and said, blank space. I said, oh, girl, I'm here. I'm subscribed. And I'm not paying for to go on no tours. I'm not paying for no albums. But, like, when she does something right, when I see it and I'm like, yeah, she did that. You can't be mad. I'm not no hating ass girl, okay? I'm not a hating ass mother. If she did it, she ate that, period. To say better than Beyonce? No. No. And yes, I did call Taylor a white woman up here, because that's just the tea. And yes, I do feel like her privilege is very heavily used and very heavily pushed in her career. I do. And I dare any Swiftie to challenge me on that. That's not me being racist at all. That's just the tea. That's just the truth. If any black girl got up there on them stages and did what Taylor Swift be doing, and flailing around the way she be, not the songs she be making, because Taylor Swift make bops, like I said. The baby can make bops, the baby can make good songwriting. But if a black girl got up there and twirled and swirled like Taylor Swift does, baby, she'll be ate up alive. Ate up alive. Wouldn't even make it past go. Girl, you need to stop back at the label and get your cash advance back. Give your cash advance back, girl, because you can't go no further than this. And I proved my point with that by just saying somebody that is the pinnacle of entertainment. The pinnacle of entertainment had to also be questioned of why she get #1, because she's black. Walk with me. Do you see what I'm saying? This woman that is literally proven herself time after time after time will still question why she get number one, because she's a black woman. And it also proves to me that black women, black entertainers in general, will forever have to just work harder than their white counterparts. And that's just the tea. Even me, no shade. The videos I make, the things I do, there are some white content creators that do exactly what I do and have grown many of subscribers. I mean, they ain't did what I've done. No shade. But they've grown subscribers faster than me as well. I mean, it makes complete sense though, because I'm a minority. And it's just like frustrating, man. It's so frustrating. Because even Beyonce can get second guessed. As a black creator, as a black artist, that's what I see in this conversation. Even Beyonce, the pinnacle, black or white, of an entertainer, male or female, can still be questioned after making historical performances and moments in this pop culture and shifting the culture, crafting, will you? Still second guessed. What does that say about us as a people? Hate to get that deep, but it's just like, honestly, you know? Yeah. That's all I have to say about this. Beyonce deserved her number one placement. I can't wait for the Super Bowl. I can't wait for the football performance on Christmas Day. I will be there. I will be seated. I mean, this woman made a whole country album. And you see how the CMAs did her, girl. Being a black woman in America is scary. Because even the most successful black women have to still fight hard for themselves. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's insane. So that's why it's a conversation needed to be had. Nothing really too much against Taylor Swift, to be honest. It's not her fault. She's going to use that privilege to her advantage, and why shouldn't she? It was written for her. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I can't be mad at Taylor Swift for being successful. I may not like that she's successful, but it makes sense. It checks out. Hate to be that girl, but it does. All right, Tidus Army, let me know in the comments below what you guys think about this conversation right here. Do you feel how I feel, where it's more so about how's Beyonce still getting all this hate, and as a black woman, you know, the conversation is a little different? Or you're a Swiftie, you just like, you have to, oh, well, I don't think any Swifties like this. Honestly, I honestly don't even think Swifties are that bad. And I think that Swifties, because of this conversation, have got like a bad rep, but I honestly don't think Swifties are that bad. I don't think every Swiftie is like problematic. You know, I don't see that. All right, Tidus Army, I love y'all picking up my call as always. I'm gonna call y'all back real soon. Bye, Army.